Well, Grandma, what did you think of Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, which is all about, well, Batman versus Superman.
True.
They sort of fight each other,
Yes.
and, you know, deal with bad guys as well. So what did you think?
I thought the story was very interesting. It's still red.
I know that.
Okay. It's very complicated. It was a complicated story. I expected something a little more simple. Uh, so I was interested in the fact that the story was complicated. Maybe it was just complicated to me because I'm not as up on the superheroes as I should be. When you go to Batman versus Superman, I knew Superman was indestructible and that he wasn't a human. He was from, you know, uh, another planet or another, um, I don't know, what would it be? Uh, Another universe. And I did know that the only thing that bothered him is kryptonite. I did know that. I remember that
Right.
from my comic book reading.
Well, there have been
Yeah.
other Superman movies, remember?
Kryptonite, and it's green. That green glow. There's something debilitating for Superman here. I thought it was a little overlong, but generally I thought it was pretty good. I thought that Ben Affleck did a good job as this obsessed Batman, and the guy that played Superman, his name escapes me. What?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill was very, very beautiful physically. I'm sure that's why they chose him because, if you're in your Superman outfit, you can be pumped up, but if you're out of it in your Superman, you still need to look pumped up, and he did. He was a good choice for that. He
Pumped up.
yes. uh, I thought they did a quality job of acting. The supporting players, Amy Adams was Lois Lane. She did a good job. I thought she was very believable as Lois Lane, supporting her Superman. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit too long, I thought, but that's my only real complaint about it. What about you? What do you think?
This movie has a lot of problems. Before I get to the problems, let me give some positives. Okay, the director Zack Snyder has a really good eye for shots and scenes and such, and he makes the movie very pretty. He has a lot of really nice parts to it that really look great, and some of the action is again very well directed.
Mm-hmm.
The actors are again pretty good. I think actually Henry Cavill is a pretty good Superman. They just don't give him very good lines to say, and they don't give him good scenes to act in. You've really not seen him be Superman. Frankly, you've seen him be this sort of moping character, sort of thinking a lot, and
Even as Clark Kent, he's not
and
giving
not
much
and not
to
really and not really doing very much as being the character. That's again unfortunate for him. I think he's up to the task if they give him some decent dialogue. Again, all the other actors again did a pretty good job. Again, I think Ben Affleck is in the same situation as Henry Cavill in that there's not. Uh, he has more to do. He has more of a character to play. But again, it's a glum, moping angry character, which you can be, but again, it's like that the whole movie, almost until
He's never out of that
until
mood.
until the very end, where he changes a little. But again, that's again, you didn't really get to see him be the character. The key to this film, I think, is at the very beginning, when they're showing the credits. They say based upon the DC characters, because they took
a lot of liberties
you take that disclaimer seriously when you go to this movie, because they uh, they change these characters quite a bit.
Took a lot of liberties with them.
Well, again,
yeah,
you don't know it perhaps maybe even as much as I did, but again, it's not to say that they can't. Okay, if you want to say, okay, well, we're basing the movie on the characters, but it's not really the characters that you're used to. Okay, well, you can do that, but make them interesting. Give them something interesting to say. Have them do something interesting if you're going to do that. The Batman character, I'm no Batman expert, okay? But I have never seen a Batman use guns and bullets as much as I've seen in this movie. And certainly not in any of the movies. Maybe in some of the more recent comics he does it, but again, in the older comics, again, he uses his brains. He doesn't use guns, okay? Again, Wonder Woman is in this film. She's in it very briefly. It's almost just a cameo. But again, I've never seen Wonder Woman with a shield and a sword. Okay, she has a shield and a sword. That's fine. Again, they can make these characters different if they want to, but give them something interesting to say. Give them something interesting to do. They don't do that here. The whole big. Finally you get Batman versus Superman was very anticlimactic. It was just not that interesting of a fight.
Their actual fight.
The actual fight was not as. I mean, the stuff that happened after that is probably more interesting, but not a lot. But again, if you're going to make it Batman versus Superman in the title, make it Batman versus Superman. This is sort of. The Batman vs. Superman is an excuse for the setup of the series, and that
was pretty clear.
Yeah. So again, it's sort of interesting.
Even the title makes it clear. Dawn of Justice.
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean they're doing it again.
They're not poo-pooing you.
So again, it's sort of interesting just to see, well, how in the world were they ever going to do this movie, make this movie? But again, for the casual viewer, there's nothing for anybody to go to in this movie. There's no reason to see this movie. Again, if you're a fan of the characters, you probably want to see it just to see how in the world they do this. Well, Grandma, what is your final analysis?
I enjoyed the film. I thought it was overlong. As far as recommending it to our viewers, if you are a fan of either of the heroes here, Superman or Batman, then you need to go see it and see what you think. I'm not sure I'll even give it one thumb. I think maybe this is a side, to the side thumb.
But you liked it.
Yes, I did. Okay, one thumb.
Again, if that's your opinion.
Okay, how about this way? Tipping over thumb.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.